What's up? What's up? What's going on? This is Romy Mac. Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything and give our 2 cents. Back at you with another show. Interesting week with the weather. For those of us that got family, in like North Carolina, South Carolina area, definitely praying for you guys. As this, I don't know what was supposed to have been a Cat 4 is now a Category 1, but it's a stalling storm, so it's just going to be pouring down a lot of rain. So hopefully it doesn't flood too much. Today we have, of course, as always, a special guest to have Sugar Booger's sister Erica to join us on the show, as well as Sugar Booger herself and Karumbe. So we'll get them on the line here real quick. Yo, team, what up?
What up? How you doing?
We hanging in there. I don't know if obviously you guys have family in North Carolina, whether it be in-laws or actual, parents and stuff. But we have, we got Florence. Florence was supposed to be a big, nasty storm, and she just, kind of diminished into just a Category 1 with like 80 mile per hour winds, which is better than the 175 that, was, scheduled to go there. But I wanted to know what you guys think about those. Like, of course, you got family members. Like for me, my family, some of my family on my dad's side, they elected to not. That lives in Laurinburg. They elected to not leave or evacuate. So I'll ask you guys, why do you think your family won't evacuate during storms that are of this magnitude?
I think it's because every time there's a storm, they be like, "Oh, well, nothing happened last time," and they said it was gonna be this big, So people, they figure, well, why leave? Why inconvenience myself for this, But my thing is, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because there might be that one time where you decide not to go, and that's the time that you should win. But some people are just hard-headed. They don't want to do it. They just comfortable. They don't want to leave. They just wait it out. But they're putting everybody else's lives in danger. Somebody's got to rescue them when it gets done. Putting people's lives in danger, meaning that they got to, if shit does really hit the fan and somebody got to save them, well, guess what? Somebody else's life is in danger because they got to save you. Yeah, I mean, no one takes it seriously. Well, I see a lot of pictures and a lot of people that say the water is high. Real high. This shit is dangerous. It's probably in places that don't even flood on the regular. I'm not in the flood zone. It don't matter. It can go as far as possible. I remember when they had that Japan earthquake and the water went over the seawall. Well, that seawall, nothing has ever gotten past that seawall ever. That was the first time that it's gotten past that seawall, and it flooded farther inland than it normally does. So, you don't take stuff seriously like that. One day, there's going to be that one time when you don't take it seriously and you're going to wish you did. Yeah. Especially if you got young kids and stuff, you need to leave. And the power lines that are hitting the water. That's not cool. That's no joke.
Yeah. I see it like, I want to get people that, like, it's not that bad, I can wait it out. Like, it's a one, so...
Now it is, but
I'm saying, like, some people don't have the funds to go somewhere else.
That's true.
One thing about that also, because it takes money, especially if you got a large family, it takes money to, like, do that. Because I've been in a situation where we waited it out, and we don't get power for 3 or 4, not more than that, probably like 3 weeks or so. So y'all have power without, like, 3 weeks.
Then you pay for hotels if you don't have nobody to stay with, and another state or something, you have to drive, you have to pay for the gas. So yeah, some people just wait it out.
Expensive.
Yes, that is true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's there. He's still in Gibson right now. So.
Yeah. I had to talk to, before the storm was making its way up to like Virginia. I mean, my mom, she didn't want to leave either. And I was trying to convince her, like as far as like the water, I mean, because our area don't really get hit with like hurricanes per se, to that strength. But I mean, if it's Cat 4 and like the storm was going to stall, that was my concern because of what it would be water wise. You know what I'm saying? Like with the rain, and of course, I mean even wind too. But you know you know, from what we saw from Harvey, it was, you know, again, catastrophic rain. You know, just seeing a mother with her kids, and that one lady that was on the news. You know, she was just walking through, and the lady interviews her, and then she got real with her. You know, about, you know, like, you asking me about, you know, how I feel about being in this weather. You know, she's like, it fucking sucks. You know, it's just like, you know, she basically just, I just told it like it was, and you're looking for, it said you're looking for a story, and I'm just, you know, I'm trying to survive here. You know, I just had to take my kids across the street, and, you know, and like, I don't know, 4 feet of water. You know, these situations happen, so you don't want to see anything like that again happen to anyone. But, you know, with that storm that seemed to be bigger than Harvey, it was supposed to be headed for, like, again, us back home in Hampton Roads. I was like, yo, we gotta. I mean, you know, I was like, I'll get my grandmother to convince my mom to leave. Then, if that's the case, because for whatever, you know, definitely listen to mom.
And some people can't. Like my cousin, she's Navy, and she's out there in Virginia. They were you know, evacuating certain zones, and her zone wasn't. But at the same time, she's Navy, so she really can't leave until her command says, "Hey, y'all leave," or, you know. Otherwise, she's staying there, you know. But thing is, she got a kid, you know, and she don't have family there with her. Just take her kid for her, you know. So he's there with her. But shut up, Jeff.
What?
You got something smart to say.
Love that baby.
So I mean, it is what it is. But some people can't leave because their jobs, you know. That's you know, that's stuff that we knew before we signed up for what would happen. You know, things like this happen, then, you know. So I understand that reasoning, but if you actually do have the means to leave, then you should go. And if you had the means to help someone else out to leave, then you should do that as well too.
For all of us being parents, I want to ask, how do you guys feel about your kids, like, having a social media account in this? I would say in this time frame where, you know, depression and, like, suicide is at, like, an all-time high, from, like, watching other people live, and, you know, feeling like you don't have what they have.
Nope, don't take us to dinner. It's real scary. So my nephews live with me, and their ages 9 and 11, and the 11-year-old Isaiah, he just got an Instagram account, a Snapchat account. He wants a Facebook account, but it's so scary because they can see everything that I see. They can see, especially with Instagram feed is crazy, and there's so many bullies, and people just get wild on social media, especially, like, they're playing their games on their PS4, and, you know, you have grown adults playing online talking shit to these little kids. And what's that? Yeah, it's just crazy because you can't really shelter them. They're going to hear it at school if they don't see it online. So you just got to talk to your kids and let them know that you got anything on your mind, talk about it. This is the stuff that happens. You can't really hide anything from kids. Please tell them what they're going to see. You can't hide it. You need to tell them. Yeah, you're going to see.
I take all the little kids to the strip club.
Shut up, Jeff.
When I play GTA, and I tell them that, you know, this is how it is, the streets.
Yeah, fool, man.
Stop taking my nephews to the strip club. Bruh.
Man, you too good, man. You won't even get a lap dance, man.
You gonna need to stop. You got to be honest with the kids, because if you're not, somebody else is gonna be, and they're gonna hear from somebody else their version. So you might as well tell them your version and get it out there in front of them so they know what to expect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, you be quiet. Yeah. It's good. I don't like it having, you know, kids having social media, but man, it's, yeah, like she said, you know, you gotta. It is what it is. And you can also monitor what they're watching too. So, I mean, there's only a couple people that Isaiah follows online, and then of course he follows me. And when I go out and hang out with a couple of my friends, you know, you can always block them. So you gotta follow my husband though. That's another. Take him on the police station. Taking the Uncle Jeff off. Yeah. Take Uncle off.
I mean, I don't want my kid. I mean, my kid is 14. And she told me to shout her out on the show today. So, Pumpkin, hello, I love you. Yeah, for her being 14 years old and having a an account. I mean, I believe she has. I think she has Facebook, but I mean, my child is like mature enough. But I mean, that doesn't mean she's not. She's not. What's the best way to put it? She's not excused from being targeted by any bully, by any means. So she is but she's mature enough to handle things, and the stuff that goes on in her life. Um, yeah, she's able to mask a lot of things. She's a leader, and I'm very 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 proud of her. Both me and her mother are very proud of the child that we've developed over the years, and just to her being able to deal with the stuff that's going on in society. I mean, she's the person that one would go, the people go to for, like, if they have issues with something, like a shoulder to cry on. So that's really good. But social media, it's an open world. It's a lot different than what we had coming up. It's rare. I mean, because you can go from seeing like something with Disney to like literally porn in a matter of a swipe. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's the real creepy part of it.
That's true. It's scary. Yeah. I don't think it's any different than being in front of people too, like bullying, whether it's social media or, at school. It's going to happen, and it happens every day. But I think just talking about it with your kids and knowing what they're on and what they're doing, that's the biggest thing. Like, I check their phones all the time, and I see who they're following. I see who they're texting. I see what apps they're on. You just gotta know what's going on with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna go through next? Read it here. Oh yeah, the iPhone iPhone folks versus the Android folks, basically. So iPhone versus Android perks. So like, what is, like, us? I mean, I have both. So, but what are the perks of having an Android phone?
You can download anything you want. You don't have to ask nobody. Mm-hmm. We ain't limited over here with our Android phones.
I would say iPhone is more secure. True.
Yeah.
But there's only so much you can do.
And camera wise, how do you guys feel about the iPhone?
I don't have an iPhone.
I mean Androids.
iPhone is all I still like Android better.
You know what the bad thing is? As far as Android, iPhone, the camera, like when you're using Android, the video, when you're taking a video, like when you're sending that video out to somebody, it don't look like the way you taped it. So that's the only thing. Like, I don't like Android's video, but I mean, how often are you sending a video to somebody? You're mostly sending pictures, or you're posting it on like Snapchat or Facebook, so it works. So that's the only thing I really don't like is the video.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen both the iPhone picture quality and the Android picture quality. They're both tapping from each other. You have to figure out who's going first with who came out with the feature first. But they're pretty much they're taking each other's features and putting it to their new device. Like the iPhone has this thing I've seen, like they have this portrait feature. That thing is amazing. It looks like like it's straight from one of those huge, again, like Sears. Like if you're getting pictures taken at Sears or wherever you get your pictures taken, just very very professional type filter and quality in the picture. iPhone is like a fraternity. They're very protected. It's not open world like Android. Like Android, you can literally take stuff off of YouTube. If you wanted to, you can download movies. That's just with an open world comes open viruses. That's the downfall of it. But you be careful. You got to be careful with that, and that's what's just with anything. And
some updates, you should be fine. And don't jailbreak your phone. You jailbreak your phone and all that, You don't get those updates anymore. It's less secure.
I don't like that iPhone. They make you every time you get a new phone, you're paying like for a new charger, or they change the mic ports, or they do something. So it makes you spend more money, I think. And not only that, when they come out with a new phone, your old phone stopped working so well. So you're almost forced into getting a new phone.
Mm-hmm. They know. As soon as your warranty will on that phone,
It be tripping.
mm-hmm. Like I got the S7, it still worked great. Now if that was the old iPhone, it would start acting all shitty. Just so I could get a new one.
I'm Android over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. Well, I want to draw to the main question for today's main topic of today's show, and that is, what personality do you guys feel like celebrity-wise would make a great, as far as what you feel would make a great president? So, for instance, like a lot of people say, they joke about Dwayne the Rock Johnson running for president. Like, who would, I feel like based off of reputation and just resume and all that stuff, he would, he could make a pretty decent president. So I'll ask you guys, like, what personality, realistically, do you feel like is a good fit to be that of a president?
Eminem.
Kill yourself.
Just kidding.
Kill yourself.
They're realistic. I would say Oprah. Like, realistically, I think she's really smart.
Yeah.
I think she's just a level-headed individual. She's really smart. She's really business-oriented, and she really knows. She knows a lot. I would vote for Oprah. I would vote for Oprah in a second.
Okay.
She'll be a vice president.
All right. What about you, Sugar Booger?
Realistically, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know.
Will Smith, he make a good president too.
Who?
I don't know why, but Will Smith.
Yeah. I like Oprah better. Shit. What about you, Jeff? Thinking. I don't know. Like, realistically.
Me, I'll probably go with Jesse the Body Ventura. Just because he was the
Governor. He was the governor of Minnesota. Yeah.
and he did a good job as governor. Like, everything rose while he was there, and he tried to legalize marijuana and all that stuff. And he knew what he was doing for a person that he kind of don't trust the government. You know what I'm saying? You don't like to put too much power in him.
Yeah.
So he's like perfect. I think did he have a TV show at one point?
I'm not sure, but that's a good. That was a great.
He moved out of the country because he saw how shit was going.
Well, I thought it was a great. I think that's a great choice. Jesse the Body is definitely a great choice for. Presidency is very stern. He he's familiar with how the government operates, both good and bad. So yeah, he's a good. I like that. I like that choice. I mean, The Rock is still, I would say probably my choice of just personality wise and just I'd say likability with the general.
I'd probably like someone. Let's see.
I never would have thought The Rock, but that's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So definitely not Kanye West. We can all agree on that, right?
No,
Jesus. No.
Matter of fact, didn't the black delegation get rid of him?
Yeah, we do. He can't come to no cookout.
He's got the music at your cookout.
Yeah, you're right. He can still provide the music, and we'll make him a plate to go. We'll make him a plate to go.
But I mean, Kim out here freeing people that were locked up. Does she get to come?
Oh, yeah, she was.
Kim could come to me. Yeah, she got that girl from out of jail. That black girl. No,
one person family has ruined more black lives than anything.
No, you stupid.
What are you talking about?
You stupid.
No black man survived that family. No man, period. Because the last man turned into a woman, and the other one.
Kanye surviving? He surviving and shucking and driving?
Surviving Kanye Turner. He's different.
He's surviving, shucking and driving.
How is he surviving if you just say you can't come to the cookout?
Looking in jobs.
To go play. To go play, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to go play. So
Well,
how is he?
We'll bring it to the car.
He's the only one that lasted in that family, lasted with the family.
for now.
Yeah, for the payment.
Yeah. So with that, you know, transitioning from Kanye West into the next topic, what artist band made you love? I would say like the genre of, we'll go with rap. What artist, or group made you love rap?
For a person,
Artist or group?
Person, I mean,
artist is brutal.
It's a choice. I mean, when you guys like developed a love for rap, what was the artist that did it, or what was the group that did it?
Tupac.
Man, I grew up on it, so it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I got Yellow Boys. Really, I think it probably was like Wu-Tang, you know.
Me.
There was one drop, and it was like 80 niggas in one group, and everybody was dope.
They were all on stage.
I would have to go with for me it was Run DMC. Run DMC was the group that like listening to the first.
I thought you would have said Will Smith, man.
You know what, him too, to be honest. But I took a liking to Run DMC's first album with Rockbox, because I liked how they infused the the electric guitar with with rap beats. Okay, and
Actually, I messed with Chris Cross way before I messed with any of them. Chris
yeah.
Cross was like,
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it was like I consider
like pretty cool. I was like, yo,
I consider Chris Cross like a fad. That was like a fad type thing. But like for me, like the genuine love for rap, to where I heard Sucker MC's actually. I didn't even hear it Run DMC rap. It was their record. I was watching Rap City, the basement, and Eric Sermon was up there, and like in the back they had that playing in the back, like the instrumental to Sucker MC's, and I was just like, there's no melodies or anything. This is just straight bass and snare, and it claps. So I was like, man, this is one of, like, I just love that sound. At one point, I wanted to be a DJ.
I think Warren G for me, because my brother used to listen to it all the freaking time. All I can remember hearing is Regulators. So I guess Warren G, Nas was real big for me when I was growing up too. Those are my favorite.
For me, it was like Redman.
I forgot about
Wu-Tang, yeah, Wu-Tang.
I used to think Redman was in the Wu-Tang at one point.
Clear black guy, the clear black book.
Salt and Pepper, there was a lot of, I'm young. Jay-Z's up in there too. Dog, Naughty by Nature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Naughty by nature, not 'cause I hate you.
So
House of Pain, jump around.
I mean, for the artist or group that made me fall in love with like R&B was New Edition, hands down. New Edition was like the group that I wanted to be in as a kid. Me and my older cousin Richard, we would do dance steps, always wanting to be in like being New Edition. Nobody, I think we all wanted to be Ralph. Nobody cared about the other ones. But what's so wild is like not being an adult and looking back, I would have been Bobby, like hands down. I would have been Bobby.
What made you change it?
What make me change that is just the level of success that he had just by being himself and leaving. Again, we got kicked out of the group, but just him on his own, just the level of success, the people he was able to work with. I mean, he worked with Teddy Riley, Babyface, L.A. Reid, all these these legendary producers that helped cultivate one of the greatest R&B albums of our time, Don't Be Cruel. He don't have to, like, literally Bobby tours off of this one album. There's no other album that anybody wants to hear shit from. Nobody wants to hear If It Ain't Good Enough. No one wants to hear we got something in common with him and Whitney, God rest her soul. No one,
What I'm saying?
Like no one wants to hear hear that from him.
That Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
For R&B, we had was our friends there would get drunk and play that all night, make us get in the kitchen and sing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. So Jeff, man, what was like? I would say artist or band that I guess made you, if you do have a love for R&B, kind of like what was that artist that stood out for you?
Yeah, I think like to me it was more like I don't know, man. Tell you the truth. I think it was more probably I can't even tell. Maybe it might seem strange, but I didn't really start listening to like R&B until like I heard it before, but it wasn't like anything big in my head. But I did listen to a lot of Silk.
Just a man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because I bet you did like listening to Silk.
I bet you did. You know what song I found on one of my iPads the other day? I don't know if y'all remember that Sweet Sable song.
Actually, I really liked Anita Baker when I was younger.
I like Anita Baker.
Oh,
Anita Baker the other day.
all day we'll play her.
Yeah.
I would blast her to the gate going to work in the morning.
Break me some Anita Baker.
Anita, I like who was that? Oh girl, I got the show out now. Tony Braxton, the old Tony Braxton.
And the Boomerang Tony Braxton.
Yes, the Boomerangs, the short haircut. Yep. We got was it John B. Brownstone?
Oh yeah, Brownstone. That was my shit.
What about we used to go to Japan and like they had a jukebox in Okinawa. We did Kabina in this little hangout spot we used to go to before school. They had a jukebox.
Oh, it's both.
And we would sit there and play Janet Jackson, SWV. Who's that you mentioned earlier, Erica Warren G. Yeah. Every morning before school, we go over there and play that all morning.
Yeah. Well, those were definitely those are good times. Great artists.
Rock, really?
Jeff, the hell did I just tell you?
So we got a new segment to the to the 2 Cents podcast. It's called Quick Sense, and it's basically like a rundown of random trivia questions. It's 10 questions, and we're just gonna see who can get the most right. Really, is what that is. So Erica, you joining the show on a pretty good, I would say a pretty good day to do it. So we appreciate you being on it. But that's a rundown of just random. This is just random stuff. That's gonna come out. You never know. It could be TV shows. It could be geography. It could be I don't know historical things. But yeah, we're just gonna try it out. It's gonna be real quick, and try to do it in like again. This is like maybe all of a minute. A minute to get all these down. So what I'm gonna do, whoever gets it right, I'll just jot down like what I'm saying, like your initial, and then once it's all done, we'll tally up and see who's the who comes out the victor in this week's episode. And it's something we'll try to do every so often. Cool. So you guys good? Y'all good on everything? Jeff, you focused?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll start. I'll start it off now. So again, try to get these down to 45 seconds. Just yell out the answer and go from there. So what's Martin's bald-head friend in a hit TV series? All right. What herpes infected singer told us to let it burn? All right. How many Great Lakes are there?
How many what?
How many Great Lakes are there?
7.
I want to say 7. Yeah, I want to say 7 too. I'm with that. 3. I'm just guessing.
All right. Who played Ray Charles in the movie Ray?
Jamie Foxx.
In the Wizard of Oz, what was the lion looking for?
A heart. Courage. Courage.
All right. What role did Lorenz Tate play in Menace to Society?
Oh shit. Old dog, some dog. I don't know. Wait, you said
Jeff. Jeff, you got to participate.
It's like something dog.
Low dog? I don't know. They ain't low dog.
Right.
All right. How many original members were in Destiny's Child when they first came out?
4.
All right. What white rapper dissed Eminem recently?
Oh, that's not MGK. Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly.
All right. All right.
He tried to do Eminem, but Eminem put him in the grave.
What artist just became the first black woman to gross $1 billion in tour sales?
Cardi? No, tour. That's Beyonce.
All right. Everybody else answer.
Nikki? I don't know.
They got what?
What artist just became the first black woman to gross $1 billion in tour sales?
Gross $1 billion in tour sales.
Yeah, $1 billion. All
That's gotta be Beyonce.
Beyonce or Nikki, I don't know.
right.
Nikki.
All
I'm
right.
gonna say Beyonce or Taylor. I don't even know Taylor's.
You gotta go with one answer. Go with one final answer. Go ahead.
Beyonce.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say
It might be Nikki because she's not Cardi B's ass out, so everybody ran and grabbed that
it's gonna be
shit.
somebody like y'all ain't named like some old white lady or something. I'm
Uh,
gonna say
it ain't gonna be a white lady because it's the first black woman.
No, they don't play the damn game, you would know.
Beyonce.
I ain't even gonna say Beyonce. I'm gonna say what's that nigga name? Let's say Tina Turner. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Shut up.
All right.
Somebody, oh man.
All right. So Ebony and Erica say Beyonce, and you say Tina Turner. Who was Sinclair's love interest on Living Single?
Nicki Minaj for Turner.
Who was Sinclair's love interest on Living Single?
Overton. Moby. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we just
Doing
going.
the thing, man.
I had it. All right. So I'm gonna run it down. It was 10 of them. And go. Martin's bald head friend in the hit TV series, Tommy. Erica got that. I don't know if Jeff yelled it out, so I'm gonna call it. Erica.
I got it. I said Tommy. It's the first person.
Yeah. What herpes infected singer told us to let it burn? Yes, Usher Raymond. How many Great Lakes are there? You guys all collectively said 7 and 3. There are 5 Great Lakes in yeah. Who played Ray Charles in the movie Ray? Jamie Foxx. Yes, everybody got that. So Jay.
Jeff didn't get that right. Don't let him cheat.
Yeah, I didn't. I was behind. So.
What did he get? Okay, so we'll just leave that blank. In The Wizard of Oz, what was the lion looking for? I've heard a heart, a brain, and who was the only? You guys being honest, who was the only one that said courage?
Me. Okay.
Yes. So that, all right. So Erica got that right. What role did Lorenz Tate play in Menace to Society? It was O-Dog, and yeah. I heard Loke Dog.
Dog, something.
Yeah, Road Dog.
I got it.
Road Dog, Jesse James.
Who?
I said, dog, road dog, one of those dogs.
All right, so Ebony got that. Erica, did you? Yeah, Erica, did you say Loke Dog at all?
No, I said I don't know. It's somebody dog. Ebony got it.
All right, how many original members were in Destiny's Child? Both the ladies answered. So, yeah, 4 was the answer for that. What white rapper? Try saying that 3 times. What white rapper dissed Eminem recently? MGK is the answer, and that was what was it? Yeah, everybody. I believe everybody answered that. What artist just became the first black woman to gross $1 billion in tour sales? It is Beyonce. She is the first.
She's the only one on tour right now. Woo!
Yeah, not that old nigga Tina Turner like Jeffrey said. And
yeah, that nigga Tina Turner.
Yeah. So
Anita's on tour right now. I was looking for some Anita Baker tickets.
All right, and who was Sinclair's love interest on Living Single? Both the ladies said Overton. I don't think Jeff answered that one. Distracted by Fire Pro Wrestling. So let me run up the numbers. I got let's see. 1. Eric. Let's go with Erica. Erica has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ebony has 1, 2. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. And then Jeff comes in at a whopping 2. Yeah, Jeff has 2, so we want to congratulate Jeff for playing with us today. Yeah, it's okay. All right, tiebreaker. All right. Let's see here. Who was the singer that helped Martin propose to Gina?
Ryan McKnight.
Yep, Jeff actually wins that.
It was.
But you fucking it up for them. They're the one tied, fool.
I got one.
Shut up. He was playing for me.
All right.
He was playing for sister-in-law. So I went.
Yeah. So all right, I have to go again. What was Khadijah's love interest on Living Single?
Scooter.
Yeah.
You can't do that because she watches Living Single every day.
Scooter.
Well, that was the tiebreaker. So that was so Ebony got that. So Ebony is this week. She is the very first Quick Sense champion.
He does a TV show now. He's Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Nobody cares now.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to.
The only reason they won is because of my interest is not my interest, but I am split between things.
We're gonna try to do that.
He plays Black Lightning. A Black TV show.
Jeez.
Promote. I love that show. It's true.
You don't even watch the whole
Yes,
series.
I do. You watched it without Black Lightning. Scooter plays with Black Lightning. And he still is experiment. We got it. We won.
All right. So we're gonna try to. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys kind of have fun doing that.
Yeah, which one? I like that.
Cool. Well, we'll try to do that. Try to incorporate it even more.
Let's do the prize.
Yeah, we'll figure that prize shit out later on. But for now, definitely, yeah, we're gonna work on that. So it's the of course the end of the show. So of course, Ebony, floor is yours. What rant do you have this week?
Hey, stop getting mad at your kids on that PlayStation 4 for being cussed out with adults when they be acting up. I hear y'all little badass kids on there cussing and stuff. And then you gonna get mad at somebody else because they talking shit to your kid. But don't let them play the game.
First off, who was cussing that little kid?
Probably me.
Ask the man over who's over here because I heard some little kid was acting. He was talking mad trash on the game, like talking about people's mamas and all kinds of stuff. And then, when somebody talked shit back to him, his parent got on and started acting a fool. He was like, "Wait a minute, no kid started it. Like your badass kid started it."
It'd be funny to me.
I just want to jump through the screen and whoop his behind. So there's our kids over here when your bad ass kid was cussing. It's crazy. But yeah, stop it. If you don't want your kid to be doing out, then don't put him on the daggone game.
Well, you heard it there. Don't put your kids on the daggone game is what Sugar Booger has requested and demanded for those of you who are having your kids on the PS4.
You are my real friends.
Yeah. So so I had fun doing today's show. I hope you guys did as well. Erica, as always, thank you for being on the show with us. Jeff, man, you got any music you want to put anybody on?
I have not purchased anything recently. I think my boy Dolph got something coming out. I'm on the list with that Dolph. That comes out probably next week. See how that Dolph is. I'm messing with young Dolph. There's a bunch of mixtape that came out. Currency had one that came out last. It's really been a slow music. Oh yeah, what's the name's being sued? Did you hear about that?
What's that? Who?
Travis Scott by Frank Ocean.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know anything about that.
Just recently. Like, because his vocals are on one of those songs, I don't know if he had that right. Get his vocals. Yeah, Travis, Frank Ocean's on them.
See. Alright. Well, you heard it there. This is of course 2 cents. We had a good time, good time today, introduce a new segment. We got our rant, we got our music news, and we have Erica on the show, so hopefully join us again another time. But from Erica, from Karumbe and Sugar Boog, and of course Romy Mac, this is 2 cents. We out.